Okay, so let's get started. Welcome everyone to join this webinar on the statistics in Origin. My name is Yiming Chen, and I'm from Origin Lab Technical Support Team, and I'll be presenting this demo. Okay, so if you have any questions during the webinar, you can just put your questions in the chat window or the Q&A window. My colleague Snow will help to answer your questions. Okay, and the recording of this webinar will be uploaded on our website early next week. So in case you wanted to watch it later. Okay. Okay, let's start with some basics of this topic. So the statistics tools in Origin are available from the menu. Okay, so you may already know that the menu items are sensitive to the window that's being activated. If you activate a note window, you don't see the statistics menu. And only if you activate a workbook window, then you will see the statistics. Okay. Then most of the Origin statistics tools are available here that you can choose from. But just so you know that the statistics tools under the menu is just a part of the tool in Origin. So if you go to the drop down here and you can see the more apps here, then there's some statistics tools that available in the form of apps. Okay, if you click more, and it will open this App Center panel where you can search statistics, and there are many more statistics tools, and you can download from Origin for free. Okay, and yeah, for example, if you downloaded the app, and it will show up in the apps panel on the lower left side, and you can use this app. Okay, and I will just quickly bring up this statistics web page in Origin, and you can come here just to do a quick check of the tools that's available. Okay, if you just scroll down all the way down, you will see we have okay, here it is. Yeah, many statistics tools are available in as apps in Origin. Okay, these are not pre-delivered with the software, but you can download for free from our website. Okay, if you are new to Origin, okay, let's say you know you want to do a certain statistics analysis, and you know the statistical tool name, but you don't know where to find the tool, you can go to the search button. Okay, it's on the lower left-hand side. Okay, you just click that, you can do a search. Yeah, basically, if I just search for time series, for example, okay, it will, you know, first of all, you see some like sample graphs that's not relevant, but you can, if you scroll down to the apps category, you will see these like simple time series analysis, advanced time series analysis, and yeah, you can find the tools that's available in Origin by doing search here. Okay. Sometimes if you don't even know the name of the statistics tools, okay, you can go to the stats menu and try this stats advisor tool in Origin. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Here, basically, you just answer questions here. For example, if I want to do a group mean comparison, okay, so I can say, okay, I want to compare means, medians, and what do you want to compare? I want to compare means, and does this test assume data normally distributed? Yes. How many groups? Yeah, you just simply answer questions, and if at the end, it will gives you the suggestions of the either the menu tools or the apps that can run this particular analysis. Okay, yeah, just so you know you have this option. Okay, then is the Learning Center. If you go to the Help menu and find the Learning Center here, then you can find many statistics tools examples here. It covers almost all of the manual statistics tools. And if you just, let's say I don't know how to run like a two-sample t-test. Okay, you just select that and click OK, and it will open a project appended to the existing one, and it not only contains the data. Okay, it contains the data and also the introduction of the data, and also has the the running result that you can come here and check, and how you can go and say I want to check the parameters, and you can see how this tool is being run, what the settings are. Okay. Yeah, let's go back to the. Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, I will start by showing you some tips in Origin first. So assume here I have a workbook. Okay, I have a workbook here, and there are multiple columns of data, multiple variables, and multiple rows, say different samples. If I just select an area or block on the worksheet, I would like to know the statistics of this block of data. First of all, yeah, let's say just set it to some background color. Okay, if I just highlight these values, I can go to the status bar at the bottom, where it shows the simple stats like the average values, sum, count. I can right click and to add other stats like the minimum, maximum value. Okay, and I can even right click and copy these values. If I want to make let's say a note here, I can simply click this cell. Yeah, you may already know that you can insert a note for a cell. Okay, then I can just right click and paste the statistics. Okay, yeah, then next time you just hover your mouse to the cell and you'll see the information of this block of data. Okay, and you can also you may also want to know the stats of each column, okay, or each variables. There's a simple way to do so. You can click the column header here, and in this menu toolbar, okay, you can say I want to insert a user parameter. Then let's say I can click this triangle button, and I want to add a mean value of each column to the column header. Okay, let's say I want to also show the standard deviation. Yeah, maybe we can add more, like a maximum value, minimum value, etc. Okay. And then if I don't like there are too many decimal places, I can just highlight all these rows and go to the property dialog, and I can change the decimal digits to 2, for example. Okay. And I can double click to make it of the even height. Then I can, yeah, you can to do more customization. Like I want to change its color. I can also move these rows to be close to the data area. Okay. And you may want to ask, how can I do the statistics row-wise? I want to know the mean value of each row, for example. We can use the statistical tools. Okay, I just highlight all these columns and I go to statistics, descriptive statistics, and the statistics on rows. Okay. Yeah, so here you just go to quantities to check which value you want to calculate. So yeah, I just want to know the mean and the standard deviation, and I click OK. Yeah. Then the mean value and the standard deviation value of each row are being added as a new columns. Okay. Okay. Another thing I want to mention is that you can quickly, you may quickly want to know the distribution of each column. I can add let's say a histogram for each column as a header row. Okay, I just highlight all these columns, then it pops up this menu toolbar, and I just select the sparkline. Okay, by default it just shows the trend of the values of each column, but I can right click on these sparkle line cells and say I want to add or update sparkle lines. Okay. And I can change the plot type from line to histogram. Okay. And you can quickly check the distribution of the values of each column. Okay. Yeah, just in case you don't know that, you may also view the worksheet in column list view mode. You can go to the view menu and say column list view. Let me try it again. Yeah, so it basically just do a transpose of the worksheet and neglect the data area and just show the headlines. Yeah, this is another way to view your worksheet, and the shortcut key is Control W. Okay, you can use Control W to change from normal view to column list view in Origin. Okay. Okay, so let's go to next. Examine data in graph. So here I have the performance of different vehicles of different years, and there are some measurements of the performance. Okay, let's just check the weight column. Okay, so there are quite a lot of different statistical graph templates that you can choose from. So we support box chart of different variation of box chart, and also the violin plot. It's also a variation of box chart, and we have different types of histogram. Okay, let's just start from the box chart. Okay, yeah. So to customize a box chart in Origin is very simple. Basically you can just click on the box and use the menu toolbar here. Say I want to change the color. Yeah, let's just do a gray. Okay, and I can instead of just showing the box, I can show the data on the side. If I just click the box type, I can show the data point on the side. Okay, yeah, if you like a column bar instead of box, you can also choose that. Hold on. Okay, yeah, let me just change back. And by default, the box and the box edge and the whisker shows the 25, 75 percentile and also the outlier. And you can also change that to, let's say, I think it's this one. Okay, you can change that to, maybe you want to show mean, standard deviation. Okay, and the other settings is you can double click on the box to turn on the plot details dialog, where you can make a lot more settings here. Let's say, yeah, maybe I don't like the mean line. Maybe I would like to add a distribution curve to these points. I can go to the distribution tab and say, yeah, maybe normal. I don't know if it's normal distributed. Okay, and you can make the data points to align to left. Yeah. Okay. And you can also add labels. Maybe you want to know the mean value, median value, the percentile value. Sorry, here it's mean value and the standard deviation, etc. You can go to box tab and say I want to turn on these labels. Okay. Okay. So this is pretty much the box chart. Then if I say here I have this different years, I want to show the box chart for each year. Okay, there are multiple ways to do so in Origin, but here is one. One way is to just go to the plot details dialog of this plot, and then I go to the panel tab. So I want to split the graph by years horizontally. Okay, then I will say, so here we see that the year is in column A. So I would say by columns, and I'll choose year. Okay. Yeah, just click OK. Yeah, if that doesn't look very nice, you can select a window view mode. So if you select the window view mode, you can drag the window size, and the graph will get resized automatically. Okay. So this is a box chart. Let's just quickly check the histogram. If I again highlight the weight column and go to plot and the statistics. Yeah, let's start with the simple ones, histogram. Yeah, again, I can make some simple customizations like, okay, I want more bins, for example, and I also change the color to gray. Okay, and you can click this button to add a distribution curve. So this time I will choose a kernel smooth if I don't pretty sure what the distribution is. Okay. And I can also add some gaps to the bars. Okay. Again, I can split the histogram by the year. Okay. So yeah, double click on the plot and go to the panel tab. And this way, this time I will do vertical splitting. So I go here and by column, again by year, click OK. Yeah, it doesn't look very nice. So because we need to rescale it. So you can just go to the rescale button. Okay. Yeah, again, we can turn on the window view mode and resize the window to make it look better. Okay. So here you may already notice that in this worksheet, I have this filter. Okay. To add a filter, you simply come to the toolbar here, add a remove data filter. And right now the filter condition is I only check the years later than 1998. Yeah, if I say I want to make a change to the data set by changing the filter condition. Let's say I only want to check the year before 1998. If I click OK, yeah, you will see the graph gets updated as well. Okay. Yeah, so now it shows the year before 1998. Okay, so it's very convenient so to view data by different condition. Okay, so this is for graph. Let's go to next. Stats on numerical variables. Okay. We have statistic tools, particularly for calculate the stats for columns. Okay, so let's say I have this data set. It's a teenager height and weight values. Yeah, and the column A and B are the categorical columns of age and gender. Okay, then let's say I go to stats and descriptive statistics and the stats on columns. Okay, let me open the dialog. So here, you can select the data range. You can either click the triangle button to select column, okay, or you can click this hunt button to choose from the worksheet. Okay, so let's say I want to just check the height column. And you can choose a group. Okay, let's start with the age. Okay, yeah, just calculate the stats for different ages. And then I go to quantities. Here you can choose which stats you want to check. Yeah, there's a lot of you can choose from and different quantiles. Okay. And whether you wanted to add weight for each sample. Okay. Or you can specify how you calculate the degree of freedom. Okay. Yeah. Then okay, let me also turn on the plots, histogram, and a box chart. Okay. Before I click OK, I'll just so you know that all the settings in this dialog log can be saved as a theme. Okay. If you would do the same analysis with the same settings in the future, you can save it as a theme. Then next time you can simply just load the theme. Okay. Let me click OK. Okay, so here it generates this report sheet. It gives you the stats for different ages. okay, and a histogram and a box chart, and you can tell that the height of the teenagers gets going up with the age. Okay. Next, if you would like to make some changes to the settings of the tool, you don't have to go back and rerun the analysis. You can just simply click the green lock and say I want to make changes to the parameters. Okay. Then it will bring back this um, this dialog, and this time you can, let's say I want to add another group. I want to add a gender as well. Then I click OK. Okay, then the report sheet just simply get updated. Now I have two factors, the ages and the gender. Okay, also the box chart. Okay, let's see. So the correlation coefficient. Okay, so people may also want to know whether there's a relationship between the height value and the weight value. The simplest way is just you plot out the weight as a function of height and then run a linear fit and check whether the slope is very different to 0. Okay, but another way is to just check the correlation coefficient, which is a number between -1 and +1, and tells you how linear correlation it is between the two variables. Okay, so the coefficient correlation coefficient tool is under statistics, descriptive statistics, then go all the way down here, correlation coefficient. Yeah, then here I only have two variables. Of course, this tool supports like more than two variables. Again, you can select from the worksheet, or you can select columns by this triangle button. There are three correlation types you can choose from. If you just want to do a numeric correlation, you can choose Pearson. If you want to check the correlation by ranks, you can choose the other two. Yeah, then let's see what plot it has. Yeah, you can make a scatter matrix plot. Yeah, I will show that in a moment. Click OK. Yeah, it gives you this table showing the, for example, for the Pearson correlations, it shows the correlation values, p-value, whether they are strongly correlated. Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's quickly check another example. So this is a Iris Fisher data, which shows the different the measurements of the length and width of the sepal and the petal, and for different species. And if people want to check the correlation between the four variables, yeah, you can definitely use the tool that I showed you. And you can also go to the plot menu and go to the statistical category and find this scatter matrix graph template. Okay. Yeah, so here, let's say you can choose to show the correlation coefficient. Just check this box. Okay. And what's nice about this is that you can also specify a group. So if I would like to group the samples by the species, I can just say I want to, I just choose the column E as grouping. There are some other settings if you want to. Yeah, let's also run a linear fit on the data point. Let's see how it works. Okay. Yeah, let's click OK. Got a lot of information on the graph. So it shows the correlation between different variables, but grouped by the species. Okay, so the three color stands for three species, and it gives you the um, the R square values, the Pearson's R values as well. Okay. People also want to make a correlation plot. Okay, we have Yeah, let's go back to the data. We have an app particularly for that. Yeah, as I said, you need to download the app. So you can go to the Add Apps panel, or just click the Add Apps to open up the App Center, and let's just call relation. Yeah, just search correlation. Yeah, it's here, correlation plot. Okay, you can click the download button to install the app. Okay, yeah, this I already installed it, so I can select all the numerical columns first. Then I just scroll down and find that app correlation plot. Okay, just choose that. So all the numerical columns are selected on the left, and I can turn on the preview. Okay. Yeah. So again, you can select different correlation type. Let's say Pearson, and for the plot in the middle, now that's mixed. So the lower left triangle shows the color, and the upper left shows the p-value. Okay. Of course, you can show as an ellipse if you want, and or you just want to show it as a color. Okay. And yeah, so the layout. If I just choose full, then it just shows up this kind of like a heat map. Otherwise, you would say I want a lower triangular matrix, and you can show p-values or correlation coefficient instead. Okay, yeah, different options here. You can play around with that. Okay, I just click OK, then it generates this correlation plot. Okay. Okay, let's see a little. Let's talk a little about categorical variables. So here is a whole response sheet, which is the I think it's for the political opinions for different people. They are and their financial status, their gender, age, etc. So in Origin, if you want to like understand the information of the categorical variables, for example, if you want to do accounting, let's say here that's totally there are 209 samples. I want to know how many of the people are male and female, etc. Thing like that. You can, let's say I just highlight a couple of categorical columns, and again, I go to statistics, and I can choose discrete frequency. Okay. Yeah, then you can do counts, cumulative count, things like that. Yeah, let me just do the count, see how the result look like. Yeah, it just do a counting on each individual column that you selected and give you the values. And yeah, with any of those, you can do a pie chart, for example. Oh, it's here. Okay. 2D pie chart. Okay, or you can do a 3D pie chart. It's a different options here. Okay, to view your data. Then if you want to know I don't say correlation, the association between two categorical variables, let's say whether the income will affect a person's political opinion, then we can do something, do a chi-square test. Let's say if I go to statistics here, again, descriptive stats, and I can do a cross tabulation and a chi-square. Just choose this tool. Okay, it doesn't allow you to choose. So here I will say for the row, I choose column D. For column, I will choose column E. Okay, then just make sure the chi-square test box is checked, and you can check this mosaic plot. Okay, let's click OK. Yeah, it do the frequency count for two variables and show here. It also do the chi-square test, and from the footnote when it says like at 0.05 level, there's no significant evidence of the association between two variables. Okay, so this is a method that you can use to check the association between categorical variables. Okay. Yeah, let's go to gadgets. stats gadget. Say if you already make a graph from your data set. So here I have a scatter plot, and I want to know the statistics of the data points on the graph. Here we have this gadgets menu. So gadgets are just like tools that only available when the graph window is activated. Okay, so you don't see the gadgets if a workbook window is activated. So gadgets are tools that's applied on the graph. Okay, so let's say I want to do a stats, so I can click the gadgets menu and the statistics. Okay, and open dialog. Okay, so in this dialog, you first of all you can select which stats you want to see in the results, and you can specify the range of the data to be examined. So I wanted the x from the x equals 0 to x equal 100, for example. Okay, and I also want to output the result statistics to a worksheet. Let's check this. Okay, yeah, let me click OK. Yeah, you can of course to resize the ROI box. Okay, so it will give you the stats of the data points within the ROI box. So it also highlight the mean lines here. Okay, I think I can also, if I double click to bring up the preference, yeah, I think you can also turn on the standard deviation lines. Yeah, just click OK. Yeah, you see the mean lines and standard deviation lines. And I can click the triangle button to tag lines. Yeah, if I tag lines, then I remove move the ROI box. The line will still be showing there. Okay, then I can move to a different X range. Yeah, to be precise, I can bring up this, let's say 100 to 200 or 180. Okay. Yeah, then I can say, oh, you can also like output the result. If I choose new output, it will output the stats into a worksheet. Okay, and I can also tag the lines. Okay, yeah, this way you can have a quick concept like how the um the the group mean will change between the power below 100 and above 100. Okay. Let's take a look at another gadget. So here I have this data set. So it's a XY data. So I have three sets of data, and I plot out them on a graph. So different color represent different data sets. So I have a drug A, drug B, and the placeable. Okay, it shows here. Okay, so if I want to know the statistics on the graph, I want to add an arbitrary area on the plot, and I want to know the stats of data points within that area. I can use another gadgets called cluster. Okay. So again, first of all, you can choose which quantities to compute. Here, I will need to check x value. So not only I want to know the y value statistics, I also want to know the x value statistics. Okay, and then go to the ROI box. There are a couple of different shapes that you can choose from. You can choose a rectangle shape or circle or arbitrary shape. Okay, let me just choose circle. Okay. Again, we'd like the result to be output to a worksheet. So I can just uncheck the script window and click OK. Okay. So if I move the ROI circle around, let's say, maybe I just cover the lower left area. Okay. So it shows the statistics for 3 data sets. Okay, drug A, drug B, placebo, and number of points of each data set. Okay, and the total, all plots are showing here. And if you want to output the statistics into a worksheet, you can go here and say output stats report. Yeah, and you can click this button to go to report worksheet. Okay. Yeah, the stats on the X values and also the stats of the Y values. Okay. And if I go back to the graph and I move the circle to another different area, then I can just keep adding the result to the report sheet. Okay. Yeah, there are many different buttons that you can play around with. For example, you can let's say I want to regroup these points. So I want to say these data points belongs to one group. I can say create a categorical. Yeah, let's say the category group name is group. So I would say this is group 1. And I move to the second region. Again, I would say this is group 2. Just to repeat that. Group 3. Group 4. So this group information will be added to your original data. Okay, so it's being added here. And I can, let me turn off this gadget. I can recolor these data points based on the group information. So let's say I just choose one and let's say I want to the color of the symbol will be by points, but indexed to that group column. Okay. Yeah. So this is just one way to group your data set. Okay. Okay. So this is the gadgets. Okay. Let's go to the hypothesis testing. So yeah. So here I will just quickly show you how to do the 2-sample t-test in Origin. Here I have like a medicine A and a medicine B, and the 2 measurements, and I want to test whether the mean value of the 2 groups are same to each other. I can do a simple 2-sample t-test. I go to the statistics and select hypothesis testing, 2-sample t-test. Open dialog. Okay. So for the input data form, I have 2 groups of data. They are in different columns. So we know this is raw data. And also this tool can support index data. If your data, you have one group, one column of measurements, another column is the group information. You call that index data type. And this also works for summarized data. For example, if you already just know the mean value, the standard deviation, you can choose this option. Okay. Let's say I want to do a raw data comparison, and the first data range column A, second column B, and you can specify the significance level and check the result for different confidence level, and calculate the power also based on different sample size, and calculate the power for the current sample size, for example. And for the plot, I can turn on the histogram and the box chart. Okay. I just want to mention one thing is you see this button here, related apps. Okay. If you click that, it will bring up the app center and it will do a search for the two-sample t-test in the apps in the App Center. It will list all the apps that's related to this particular tool. So this is another way that you can get relevant statistical tools from apps. Okay, so let's click OK. Yeah, and it gives you the descriptive statistics of medicine A, medicine B, and the difference. Okay, and also the t-test result. And if the equal variance is assumed, then it gives you the p-value. If it's not, a different p-value. Okay, and also the confidence interval for mean, different confidence levels. Yeah, if the confidence interval covers 0, then it means that it's not so different. Okay, so at 90% confidence level, it's not. It's very different, but for the other two confidence level, they are not. And also the actual power based on the current sample size. We have two groups, each has 10 samples. Okay, and also the power for the different sample size, and you can decide how many samples you need to record in order to reach certain power. Okay. Another thing is we can also do statistics on two sample t-test on rows. Okay. So here, if you look at this data set and how it's organized, I have actually the treatment data and also the control data. People want to compare or run the t-test for treatment of different dosages to the control measurements. Okay, so each row represents the data of a certain dosage amount. Okay, so yeah, and people want to do the t-test on rows. So ideally, that it will create a result and add it to a new column of the t-test result. Okay. So here we have this tool called the t-test, two-sample t-test on rows. Okay. So for the first data range, I have to select from the worksheet, just highlight all 3 columns. And for the second data range, yeah, I will just select the control columns. Okay. Then yeah, you can say if the equivariance assumed, I will calculate the p-value. If it's not, I'll also calculate the p-value and be yeah, I will also check the significant. Okay. Yeah, we will see what it is. Let me click OK. Yeah, then you will see the p-value, either the equivariance is assumed or not, and you can quickly tell whether the difference is significant. If it's 1, then the difference is the mean value difference is significant. So we can draw the conclusion that when we reduce the dosage up to 0.03, then the effect gets significant. Okay. Okay. So this is the two-sample t-test. So if you want to compare means of multiple groups, more than 2 groups, so you have to use the ANOVA. In this case, I have this index data type. So for column A is the groups. I have 4 different plants, and column B is the measurements, the nitrogen level. Okay. So this is called index data, and this is called raw data. So each plant's measurements are saved in different columns. Okay. Yeah, let's check how Origin, how to do the ANOVA in Origin. Okay, let's still go to the statistics ANOVA. One-way ANOVA, because I have one group column or one factor column here. And yeah, make sure you select index here. So for the factor, it's column A. For the data, it's column B. Okay. Yeah, you may want to do the mean comparison. Let's check Taki. Test for equivariance. Yeah, just to check all three boxes. Again, you can calculate the actual power or hypothetical power based on different sample sizes. Okay. Yeah, plots. Yeah, maybe we just check the first two. Let me click OK. Okay, so you will see the ANOVA table tells you the p-value is below 0.05. So there's at least one group has a very different mean values. And the mean comparisons, a key test. Okay, the pairwise mean comparison, and you can tell from the significance column. Okay, so plant 4 is very different to the other 3 plants. Okay, and you can also check the group letters. So plant 4 belongs to group B, and the other 3 belongs to the same group. And the equivariance testing, yeah, you can just expand these nodes to check for the test result. Yeah, so the p-value is above 0.05, so there's no significant difference between the variances. And the bar chart, and also the bar chart and the box chart. Okay. And I also want to mention one graph type. Yeah, people sometimes would like to mark the group information on each box. Okay, we cannot do that directly in this ANOVA tool, but we have developed an app called the Paired Mean Comparison app. Yeah, you can again download from our App Center. So let's quickly check that. So paired comparison plot. Okay, so this time I have indexed data. And for the data column, it's column B, group column A. Yeah, you can choose whether you want to see a bar plot or a box chart. And you can mark the p-value on the bracket, or yeah, you can show the letter which indicates the group, or asterisk. Okay, let's start with the p-value. And of course, you specify a comparison method, Taki here. Yeah, let's click OK. Yeah, you can see that, yeah, all the brackets shows a significant difference from first 3 plant to the fourth plant. If you want to make changes to the plot, you can go back to the dialog and choose bar chart, for example. And this time I'm not gonna show the p-value, and maybe show choose this one. Yeah. Yeah, it gives you more information. So 3 stars means the p-value is below 0.001, and the 2 stars means below 0.01. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think that is what I want to share today. Before leave, I was again just to let you know that we deliver a lot of the status tools in the App Center. Like some of the popular ones, statistical process controls. This app is introduced in 2024, and then in this latest version, 2024B, we introduced this time series analysis. We have introduced a lot more time series analysis tools in this app. It's not just one tool; it's multiple tools in it. If you are working in this area, just please try that. And also we did a lot of improvement for the design of experiments app. Please also just check it out. Yeah, so come to the App Center and find the proper tool for you. Okay, that's pretty much today's webinar. And thank you for your time and patience, and have a nice day. Thank you.